Hey guys, it's Grand Admiral Thrawn, and today I'm back with another Black Series review, and as a matter of fact, I'm actually reviewing the second ever Red Box Black Series figure. Well, sort of. And to elaborate on that, I gotta explain. So there exist two versions of the Rey and BB-8, well, the Rey from Jakku and BB-8 figure. One that contains a lightsaber, and the version that does not, which is actually the real second Red Box Black Series ever made. So the version with the lightsaber is after the first figure, the original, was released, like later on, they actually just took the existing one that was still being released and added a lightsaber in with it. So it's still the same figure. Like they didn't change the figures or anything. I think there's actually a little more detail on BB-8, but other than that, it's the exact same figure, and they still count it as the second figure, so I'm still going to do that in my video. However, this is the lightsaber version that I'm reviewing, as you could see in the thumbnail. So now that that's all cleared up, this is actually an amazing figure, and it's something that shocks me because this figure is almost, this figure is about 9 years old, because this figure came out with Force Awakens, and it's a great figure, actually. It still holds up pretty good to this day. Like, it does not hold up to the average Photoreal Tech Black Series, but this is a very good figure that holds up very well. And this was back before when you could actually get a single figure that had two figures in it. Like, if there was a character who had a small sidekick with them in the movie or show, you'd get that small sidekick with them. This isn't like how with Mando and Grogu, you have to pay the additional, like if it's instead of being a $25 figure, now it's a $35 figure. It's not a $10 price increase. This is actually, they just threw BB-8 in there with Rey. So you got two for the price of one. That is something that we do not see anymore nowadays. It's that the droid is its own separate figure, and I'm fine with that. It's amazing to see how we used to get figures. But anyway, I think I'll start with the Rey figure, and then I'll cover the BB-8. And this Rey figure is actually really great. Like, for example, the detailing on the robes is nice, of how you have the robe will be darker and then it'll be lighter, and you can see the detailing and how they're separated, and that the robes just have all this great detailing. At the legs, you can see where there isn't robes covering them, and then you get the boots, and on the back, how there's just like pouches and everything on the robes, and like her straps around there. The whole figure actually has great detailing with the robes, and where it's detailed and you'll see it, and then it changes color for like that. And I think it's actually a great figure. And then how it'll have spots where it's not covered and you can see her skin, and it looks great with all that detailing. The figure actually still has pretty great posability. Like, this figure will stand up. Most female figures fall over. You do have to make sure it's posed right, but this figure does have great posability and doesn't just fall down all the time. Like, you can pose it in great positions for posability if you want to display this figure. And accessory-wise, this figure comes with Rey's staff, which actually has the feature of you can put it around her arm, and with that strap it'll stay on there. And the lightsaber of Luke Skywalker. And the lightsaber actually has a clip, and if you wanted to attach it to something, but she doesn't have a clip for you to put it on, so yeah, you just basically have the lightsaber here. And the lightsaber, they actually did a great job of detailing. This looks exactly like Luke Skywalker's lightsaber. I actually like to call it Anakin's lightsaber because Luke didn't build the saber, Anakin did, and I think they did a great job of detailing it. The blade is a little thin because it's from the earlier versions of Black Series, but I don't have a problem with it. It still holds up to this day. So yeah, I think they did a great job of accessories. The only other one I would have included is probably Rey's blaster, because, well, she uses the blaster in Force Awakens more than she uses the lightsaber. She only has the lightsaber at the very end. Before that, she has the blaster. Although she doesn't even use that for that long, except like Finn had the lightsaber in all the marketing is the thing. So yeah, I do think that the only other accessory they could have given her is her blaster, but it's not even necessary since you already have the lightsaber and the staff. And yeah, this figure does a great job. Their robes have great on how they actually are like this, they bend and whatnot. They're not cloth, but they are great plastic robes. The figure's hair has great detailing in that it actually has like detail on the hair. Every bit of hair has detailing. And the thing that surprised me the most is actually that the face detail holds up extremely well for this figure. Like, not as good as modern day figures, as I said earlier, but the face detailing on this actually looks very good. This does resemble Daisy Ridley and Rey, the character. So yeah, I think they did a great job on the Rey figure. It's got great accessories, great posability, and great play features. So yeah, I think the Rey figure they did a great job of. We're going to come back to her later, but for right now, we're going to cover BB-8, the other figure that comes with this figure. Now, BB-8, they actually did a great thing in that you can move his head so it balances him. Like, if you move it that way, it'll lean that way. If you move him like this, he leans that way. There's just like, you move, it all depends on where you position the head, because the head can rotate on this figure, and so it controls how the figure balances. You got to make sure you have it in the center, and hang on. All right, like so. The figure has two antennas, like how he has it in the movie. And then this BB-8 is just full of great detailing throughout the entire figure. There's not much you can really give him. I guess they could have given him maybe his little thumb lighter, but that's about it. Yeah, I think BB-8, an amazing inclusion with this figure, and he is amazing because he's got all this great detailing on the head and on the body. He's got how his one eye is there, and it's just like they did a great job with BB-8. So yeah, BB-8 goes great with Rey and this figure. And yeah, the two figures are amazing that you get. Moving on, I want to talk about the box. Like I said earlier, this is just your normal red box. It wasn't one where it's the slightly larger one because it's like that. This was when you could just get 2 for 1. On the front, I think they actually did a great job of picking the picture in that they get both Rey and BB-8 in that picture. She doesn't have the lightsaber in the picture though, which is fine. You just can tell this is the lightsaber one by looking and seeing the lightsaber. This is the second figure we ever got in the red box wave. We did have a few figures before Force Awakens, but like it was a very small amount. I say that Black Series really only caught on after Force Awakens came out and we got the red box waves. But there were several before then, and I do consider them actual Black Series. On the back, you have that same picture and a little more detail about Rey and BB-8, and it specifies it's Rey from Jakku. And yeah, this box, while old and overdone, I still think it holds up and is a great one. So coming back to the figure for my final things to say, I do think they did an amazing job with both of these figures. The BB-8 could have had more features, but honestly, I don't think it needs them. It's good. It's great just the way it is. I'm glad they'd included it with Rey. The Rey figure has great posability and everything. Like in this figure, holds up still, mostly holds up. Like I wouldn't say you could buy this as a modern day figure, but this holds up way better than most figures have from Force Awakens. Like I covered Finn already, and I do think it holds up very well with Finn, but Rey definitely holds up better than Finn did. And yeah, there's just a lot of great detailing on this Rey figure that makes it a great Black Series figure. So much so that the Rey and BB-8 2-pack here, although it's not even a 2-pack, I'm giving a 10 out of 10. This is a great action figure. I highly doubt we're ever going to get ones like this where it's the 2 for the price of 1. So if you do see a Rey and BB-8 one, actually pick it up, especially if it's the lightsaber edition. Although it's your choice, because like I said earlier, there is a minor difference in that BB-8 has less detailing and whatnot, but I think it honestly, yeah, if you see one of these, pick it up. This is a 10 out of 10 figure, and this is Grand Admiral Thrawn signing off. I look forward to our next encounter in my next video.